Copyright provided by Washington Examiner. Former President Donald Trump is politically done, conservative commentator Ann Coulter said on her podcast Unsafe this week. Democrat Josh Shapiro woos GOP voters with slate of Republican endorsements. Coulter, the author of In Trump We Trust, Pluribus Awesome, went from one of Trump's biggest fans to breaking with him over his failure to complete his promised wall on the U.S Mexico border. Early polls suggest Republican primary voters prefer Trump as their 2024 nominee, but with some indications that Gov. Ron DeSantis, Republican Florida, is gaining steam. Nonetheless, Coulter was adamant that the ex-president's political career is over. Coulter acknowledged she has made similar arguments in the past, but now says there are data to back up that he really doesn't have a lot of Trump diehards anymore. You don't need to suck up to Trump anymore. Conservative talk radio hosts, talk TV hosts, Republicans running for office, she said. Coulter cited the humiliating defeat of former Senator Perdue, who had Trump's backing, in his Georgia gubernatorial bid to challenge incumbent Republican Gov. He's one of many Republicans sitting back now, saying, "Oh, I wish I hadn't listened to Trump," she said. Trump's primary endorsements, she argued, were often made after he figured out who was going to be the front runner, and then he would jump in front of the parade rather than actually be a kingmaker. Coulter also pointed to a recent FiveThirtyEight poll that showed most Republicans supporting Trump, but indicated that broken down into individual demographic groups, many had negative views of Trump, including those from groups who might otherwise be inclined to vote Republican. They're thinking to themselves, "Wow, I always thought of myself as a Republican, but if Trump is the Republican Party, maybe I'm an independent. That's not quite me." Bombast, insults, and no results Republicans, it's not the party of Trump. It's safe to come back, she added. And it's safe for Republicans to stand up and run without Donald Trump. Coulter said conservative media also disproportionately boost Trump supporters and allies over Trump-skeptical or more neutral Republicans. Coulter cited supposedly dwindling Trump rally attendance as another data point. "They're like deadheads," Coulter said of those who still attend Trump rallies. "He sings the same songs. I'm sure the Trump heads are having a lot of fun, but it isn't indicative of a movement sweeping the nation." Washington Examiner videos replay video settings off HD HQ SDLO skip ad tags, Donald Trump, news, and Coulter, Ron DeSantis, 2024 elections. Original author, Scanlon Original Location, and Coulter says Trump is done.